I tell you, this is like maybe my 5th time to listen, but for me, it's quite difficult to understand. Like,
even for me, it's very difficult. So I cannot understand totally. But I'll do my best to understand, to explain for you.
Wow, it's so lucky of me. Thank you. Private session. Private lecture session.
Actually, the jargon is quite difficult. At first, I cannot understand the meaning of the word deposit.
Deposit, okay.
Because I have never lived in the English-speaking area, so I don't know the meaning of the deposit.
Right.
How do we start the session?
Okay. Koichi, can you explain me what they are talking about?
Yeah. The main message is that the crisis never go away.
Yeah, all the time the risks are there.
Yeah. One of the reasons is nowadays the liquidity of the money are enhanced は自動詞、他動詞。So the money liquidity increases gradually. We can move the money from the one bank to the other bank. Even we can choose the style of cryptocurrency. So if we feel some the crew of risk, we will move the money from that position towards the another position.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So crisis, such an action accelerates the crisis. Thus,
that what happened. What happened in Silicon Valley Bank.
Thus, the current money system become very volatile.
Okay. But users have choice. I feel like crypto or that kind of electric currency is not yet stable for me. It's like they're high risk. So I heard of that in Ukraine before war starts, then people move the money to crypto or they convert to Bitcoin or that kind of crypto. But that's why they can withdraw their money because the bank is totally cannot use from overseas. Bank of Ukraine. That's what I heard. But what do you think about crypto? Like those electric currency?
Yeah, I have a friend from El Salvador, and I have a friend from Venezuela. From the viewpoint of those countries, that currency is quite weak.
Yeah.
Even the cryptocurrency is stronger than their national currency.
Serious? Okay.
So they doesn't trust on. So they don't trust on their national currency. So they exchange money to crypto ones.
Oh, but is that mean their country get weaker? No.
Yes, of course, yes, and such an action rather makes the money weaker than before.
Yeah, less value.
So, and no, central countries are so small number of countries faced such situations.
Okay.
Latino countries, African countries, and Eastern Europe countries.
Yeah, like in Africa, I think people cannot easily open their bank account, right? So, but they can create those cryptocurrency bank account, like Bitcoin account, that kind of stuff, right? Easily can create. That's why they have more cryptocurrency.
Yes. They can easily create their ごめんなさい、なんて言うんでしたっけ、口座。
Account?
Account. Yeah, they can easily create their accounts.
I see. Okay. All right. So in the bank in US, what is happening now actually? What is happening now? Because before there were like people rumor that there may be, the default is occurring. Oh, default crisis is occurring, something like that. But now it's seems like safe, but the risks are always there, right? So what is going on there?
I don't know what happens from here. Yeah, because I'm not American.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the mindset of American people. But basically, they don't trust on the government.
Oh, okay.
How do you think? Yeah.
I'm not sure about US government because I feel like, because as you said, people always talk about like politics and policies, government policies and stuff, right? That's why they are more get involved. They have like the sense of feeling, they get involved into the politics.
Yes,
However,
yeah.
however,
yeah, you're right. Yes. Yeah, the US people feel US people seems quite equal to the power of government, and they have a critical position, critical stance towards the government. So if the US people feel that now the government is wrong, they take actions toward the government. So in that sense, the default of the government will happen, and there are the potential of a bankruptcy of the government.
Oh my goodness. Okay. But Koichi, can you tell me, because US, the economy is good, right? Like GAFAM, they're like how we call that? 企業価値 company value is as big as like Italy GDP, or like one country GDP. They are as big as one country GDP, but how come they, there is like crisis? I'm not sure. Like US is, I thought they are a very rich country.
Okay. Yeah, we must consider the disparity in the US. Yes, the US is the richest country, one of the richest country in the world, but at the same time, the US is the one of the largest disparity country in the world. So yeah, there are the largest number of richest people in the US. Simultaneously, at the same time, there are many poor people in the US. And they have the equal power about the in the election.
Yeah, exactly. So that is just in terms of numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And maybe GAFAM doesn't really pay tax.
Traditionally, the US people doesn't have the savings.
Oh, okay. Yup.
They have a strong preference about the consumption. They
True.
don't keep the savings in. So, understand. One of the reasons why the U.S. economy is so good is that the U.S. people prefer to consuming, buying several items, cars, house, and etc. So the U.S. economy moves so positively. Compared to the Japanese people or compared to the other Western countries, the rate of savings in the US is very low.
Okay.
So, when the crisis happens, it's a small number of people suffering from the low savings conditions.
Right. That's why subprime crisis happened. I see.
Yes, you're right. They have big loan, but they don't have the savings.
All right. Yeah, if we don't have money, it's quite difficult, quite scared to buy houses. Yeah, I even don't want to buy a car if possible, but I'm living in countryside. That's why I need it. And my boy is too small. I see. So, okay. That's interesting. But what is your opinion? Why US people like to do buying things?
One thing is, sorry, let me know the meaning of bonding.
Buying things. Yeah.
Buying things.
Spend
Sorry,
money.
buying things. Yeah, buying things. Yeah. It's maybe it's a culture of the US. And even in the 19th century, and they have the preference about consuming compared to the French, German, UK. So, yeah, it's a matter of the culture.
All right. Do you think it's related to those entrepreneurial minds? Like maybe they don't have things, don't have money, but they need to start something that's going to get money.
I think it's partly yes. They don't reflect the past, and always they see the future.
I see.
They live in the okay. So, and from the viewpoint of culture, there are another interesting specifications of US people. The US people don't have the long-term orientation. They are so short-term oriented.
All right. That's why they don't really worry about the future. I see. Hostage. Okay. Yeah. In the US, like 50% of the entrepreneur is from overseas, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah. I see.
From overseas, then I don't know whether they are wealthy and come to US and start business, or they are not wealthy and come to US and start business, or I'm not sure. But yeah, US people is kind of get used to not to have money much.
Yes. Yes.
I see. So everybody is like that. That's why they don't worry about
Mm.
much. All right. Because what do you think about, compared to like US situation and Japan situation? Yeah, Japan, because there are many elderly people, so Japan has like Japanese citizens has a lot of savings as average. But what do you think? What Japan should do? I mean, what Japanese government should do? Because US, people are willing to spend money, so the economy goes well, but Japan is not. But there are a lot of saving.
Because today, today's main topic is about the economy and the bank system or the monetary system. So let me focus on the monetary system of
Yes,
of Japan.
Thank you.
The government or the banks should utilize those very big amount of saving money deposit. Yeah. In the past, the Japanese banks only focus on the indirect 間接金融ってなんていうの？金融。
間接金融 What is that? Hold on a second, I'll check. Indirect finance.
Indirect finance. And in other words, the lending money.
Okay.
Lending money. Borrowing money. Borrow and lend money.
Right.
But such styles cast the risks on the borrower's side. So the company entrepreneurs doesn't want to use this style of finance, indirect finance, because they have to get the responsibility to pay back to the bank. But nowadays, the Prime Minister Kishida tried to change this situation from indirect finance towards direct finance. In other words, the equity finance. To purchase the stocks, to purchase So now the government tried to change the rules about the finance to encourage the direct finance.
Okay, but direct finance means like, is that like payer is including those VCs or like angel investors, that kind of people?
Yes, there are many approaches of direct finance. Not only the angel style and investing actions, but also the ordinary people can choose the style of 投資信託。難しいな、英語。
投資信託。Okay.
Mutual fund.
Mutual fund.
Mutual fund.
いや、聞きますね。Mutual fund.
Yeah, or the ETF, exchange traded fund.
All right.
As that radio says. Yeah.
ETF. Okay, so, but those mutual fund, no. Mutual fund has some kind of specialists in other company. Then they choose which company to invest. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, but that is very risky, right?
Well, yeah, actually, in recent years, there are many variations of mutual fund. Some mutual funds are quite risky, but the other funds are not. But yeah, usually, yeah, ordinary Japanese people should take such a low-risk mutual fund.
I see. Big company one, like SP 500, that kind of thing.
Yes, okay. That is a typical one.
I see. Okay, but money goes to US, right? If it's the case. No, in Japan, Japanese company doesn't grow.
Yeah. You're right.
Is there any ways to, make the company in Japan to get mature or grow?
But even if the money go to the US, the investors can get more money than before. So if the money increases thanks to the mutual fund, you can consume more than before. So
I see. Okay.
Such action improves the economic situation.
I see. Indirectly. I see. Okay, I understand that. Yeah, because deposit to the bank doesn't make any money.
Yes, you're right.
Negative.
So such situation must be changed. Nowadays, we have no reason to use the banks that have no interest rate.
Yeah, unfortunately. But Koichi, do you think is it okay for Japan as a nation? I mean, is it good things for Japan as a country? Is it good or because I'm not sure. If you know, please tell me. Can government control banks? I believe government cannot control mutual funds. Because of the regulation or, conditions?
That's a point that it's very difficult to answer. But basically, I think such an deregulation of the finance is quite important for Japan.
Okay.
The most serious problem is about our literacy about money and finance.
Yeah.
So, the education about the finance should be done as soon as possible, not only children, but also adults, to understand the monetary system in the world. Once understand the monetary system, we are aware of our laws in the economy to move money towards the more more profitable ones.
Okay. Yeah. Then we can get richer. Citizen can get richer. Okay. That is one of the reasons why you started junior MBA.
Yes, it's one of the reasons.
That is very important, I think. So, Japan. Yeah, nowadays, like, 子供にさ or, ideco, that kind of things is getting popular for those younger, like 30s or 40s citizens. But for like our parents age, right? They don't really do that kind of things. Like if 郵便局, the post office, people come and they, introduce like some kind of fans and maybe they sign that kind of very traditional sales way, but they are not really good at IT literacy, I can say. So, but they are the one have money. So, yeah, I'm just wondering, what does it work or not?
I'm afraid that in Japan sometimes the means becomes the purpose. And
means.
For example, if a Japanese children starts a Kodomo NISA, it's a means to understand the monetary system, but maybe in how do I say? Yeah, in many cases, the children feels that is a purpose to do. That is Kodomo NISA is just a purpose. While Kodomo NISA is just the means to enhance economy, to become richer, to push the entrepreneurs, to push the companies toward. But maybe the children feel this is just the purpose to become richer than before, becomes the just one purpose of Kodomo NISA.
All right. Yeah, just one purpose. So there should be another purpose as well, you mean?
I mean in Japan there are many mistakes about the means and purpose.
Okay.
For example, the using a hanko is just a mean, just a means to show their decisions to others. Just a means. But in Japan, the hanko becomes a purpose. To use a hanko becomes a purpose. Such a conversion, なんていうな、転換 such a transformation from the means toward the purpose happens in Japan.
All right.
So I'm afraid that such the change from means and purpose sometimes happens when we educate children about the finance or business.
I see. I'm getting know what you mean. Yeah, I'm getting there. Okay. Yeah, hanko was just one of the way to show, I get approval. I agree with you, that kind of things. But finally become like culture. Anyone can stamp hanko, but it doesn't mean, it not necessary to have hanko. Other way also can do, right?
Yes.
Okay, I see. All right.
Such things usually happens in Japan. For example, the train is just a mean to move from here towards your destination. But for many people, train becomes a purpose itself. Train itself becomes a purpose.
Okay.
To ride the train. And it now becomes the culture of Japan.
Okay. Yeah, train is like one of the transportation or the method to reach somewhere. But become purpose means they want to get train. They want to get on train.
Yes, and they try to maintain the train system.
Okay.
If it is not inconvenient or not inefficient.
Okay. any other like ways to, any other ways people can use instead of train? Like
For
work
example,
from
the Inaka area, the なんていうんだっけ、田舎
rural area?
rural area,
Mm.
in the rural area, like Choshi Dentetsu train, because they experience a serious financial loss,
That's
but
right.
the residents try to maintain the train system, and they insist that the train is it's precious for our society, and we must keep it to for the users. But
I
the
totally
user is
understand.
quite there are many small number of users, but
That's
they
right.
try to keep 4 users.
Yeah, actually they can use like Uber, that kind of stuff. If there is a car, maybe government can pay extra for Uber drivers to go to rural area and help elderly people, that kind of stuff is maybe possible. Train is more expensive maybe to maintain trains. I see. Thank you, Koichi.
Thank you. 今忙しいからなかなか英語の練習してる時間がなくて難しいな。昨
いや、
日も
でも
全然できなかった
すごいですよ。もう絶対お忙しいと思う。だって本も出されたし、新しいプロジェクトもされてるし、その上ですね。
そう。とりあえずパッと一回本当ランニングの練習しながら聞けたんですけど、いや、毎日ちょっとずつでもタッチできないとなんだな。難しいな。
ちょっとでもって感じですね。そう、
なんか、そう。は
新田
い。
さんがおっしゃってました。大人の英語の一番難しいのは、時間を作ることだって。
前回はなんか、うまくいったな、この調子でいけるなと思ったんですけど、今回はですね、反省が募ります。うまくいかなかった。
いや、私こそすいません。ちょっとニューなことすぎて、なかなかついていくのが大変でした。すいません。多分日本語でも全然ついていけないと思います、この話題。そう。でも、
何しろちょっと多分本当に時間をキープすることなんで、そうだな、頑張ってちょっと、なんかその方向性で少し週末も工夫してみます。
はい、私も。
難しい。
いい勉強にはなります。ありがとうございます。